wait a few seconds. I'm gonna get my iPad hooked up and on here, and I'll be right back with you. I'll be right here. I'll be right here. Do, 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 do. Where am I? Oh man. Let's see. Oh Lord. Here we are. Here I am. Hi, Urban Gardening Chronicles. How you doing? I got you on the screen now. I can see. So, um, today I wanted to talk about planting things from seeds. I have a couple of things here that I need to upplant, and some of them are from. Hello, Renee McKenzie. How are you doing? Some of these plants are from the supermarket seeds, like this one. This is this is a I don't want to say moringa because I'm looking at moringa. These are also from seeds. This is a mango tree. I have two of them. And initially I always knew that I could plant them because my family is from Jamaica and they plant everything from seed. They don't buy trees from the big box store. Yeah, I don't even think there is a box store in my family is because they live in the country. So I thought to myself, if they can do it, well, what stops me from doing it? Now, the first time I planted a tree from seed, it worked, and then I didn't take care of it, and it passed away. It was a an avocado tree, but this year I made sure I planted them, and I upplanted it. So I'm gonna turn you around because we're gonna upplant some stuff, but I want you to see how quickly this stuff will grow. If you look back on my videos from about a month ago, remember that avocado bush or the avocado seed that I planted that was on a short? Go back about, I don't know, 6 months. Is a short on planting seeds from the supermarket. This was a tropical avocado seed, and you could see it if you look on the bottom. And there was a ruckus. There were a couple of people who came for me and said, "You can't do that, Jamaica. It won't grow." Or they told me that it will not grow true to the avocado that I planted. Well, I don't care as long as I get an avocado. I may get an avocado that is bigger or has a bigger seed, but it's still going to be an avocado because it's from an avocado seed. So I did this one, and then there's one over there. I'll stand back there so you can see it, but there's two of them. And the funny thing is, the avocados that I planted from seed, this one and that its sister over there, are doing better than the ones I bought from the big box store. These are Hass avocados, and they are struggling along. Look at that. There's two of them. I always buying two, and I always try to plant more than one. If I'm gonna plant a seed, I'm gonna plant the whole thing. Now, so I went ahead and I did that, right? And I planted the avocado first. And you all saw me months ago planting this. Look how quickly it is. This thing is almost as tall as the Hass avocado I purchased from the big box store. Yep, both of them. Now I'm gonna put them in the greenhouses this winter. They're in a pot that is comparable to the one that the Hass avocado is in, and they're catching up to it, and they're doing way better. They're thriving. Look at them. Look at it. Look at the leaves. I mean, don't let anybody tell you you can't plant anything from seed. Now, because I did that, and I waited a little while, and I waited, and some of them passed away, and I had to find this in the yard because I have a bunch of trees that I plant. Moringa seeds, easy. Soak them for about 8 hours, and I bought these from the seeds from Amazon, and look, you know how many moringa trees I have around here? A lot. This this is a not a pomegranate. What is that other fruit? I'm looking at it and I can't remember. This is from seed also. This is, uh-oh, it's windy out here today. This is from seed also, and this is also a tree. Oh, what is the name of it? It'll come to me. Anyway, the rule is papaya. Yes, how'd you know? And they're from seeds. I ate a papaya and I put all the seeds in here and I said, well, you know what? All of them, it is papaya. All of them are not going to grow, but some of them will. And I was right. Look at that. I didn't get a good germination rate. And this is from the supermarket fruit that was there that I ate. So I already got my money's worth on the fruit. And I just took all of the seeds, I scooped them all out, and I spread them along here. Now, there were more of them earlier on, but it got lost in the mixed. It got lost in the yard. So this is what I have right now. I'm going to say hi to everybody in just a second. My thing is, do not let anyone tell you you can't plant from seed. I'm proving it over and over again that you can take tropical fruit from the supermarket and plant it. This is a tropical avocado, and they cost about $5 in the store, and I don't want to buy them anymore. And I don't particularly care for Hass avocados. I'll eat them if I have to, but I like the ones that are like the Florida avocados, the big ones, or the Jamaican avocados, the big ones with the it has smoother skin. Hass avocados are little, and they have that rough skin. I'm not saying they're, some people care for them, but these tropical ones that you can buy them from Wally World. I bought them from the supermarket. We have an HEB out here in Texas. I bought them from the supermarket and it said tropical avocado, and it was in a special place, right? And it cost extra money. But I thought to myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this, but shoot, I'm gonna plant that seed, and if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let me say hi to everybody, and then we're gonna get to upplanting these seeds, these plants that I plant from. Most of them are from supermarket seeds, with the exception of the moringa. We're gonna upplant these mango trees, and we're gonna upplant the I want to say papaya. Someone, what is it? Wait a minute, it's not persimmon. This is not persimmon. This is papaya. This is papaya seeds. So we're gonna upplant those. So let me go ahead and get some pots and get the dirt, and we're gonna get to it, okay? Oh yes, let me say hi to everybody. So we have Renee McZeal here. How are you doing? We have That's My Art. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. If you please, can you hit the like button for me? Let me see. Shay Scrubs and Such. Hello. Urban Gardening Chronicle Gardening. How are you doing? How are you doing? I've been looking for you. Maybe I missed your live on Saturday, but I've been looking for you. I look for you every Saturday. Let's see. Urban Backyard Container Garden. How you doing? Hello. Debbie Ebbs, how you doing? H2O Savior, how you doing? Herbal Soul Herbalist and Homestead, how you doing? GT Junior, Grows It Alaska, how are you doing? Let me see. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. If I forgot anybody, please charge it to my head and not my heart. You see, I couldn't remember papaya, right? So let me go and get some of this soil. I didn't bring any gloves today, but I guess I'll be all right. You know how many times I planted without soil? A lot. So we're going to turn around and want to get this thing started. I'm live, so I have to turn you around with me. I can't just, oh no, my lemongrass is down. Just a minute. Lemongrass down, lemongrass down. It's windy out here today. And if my bottom is wet, it's because of that chair. How you doing, growing my own? How you doing? All right, so let's see. So we're gonna take some soil, right? I have it over here, and I'm gonna move you back because this thing is too close. Too close. How you doing, Tigsy? I saw your name pop up. How you doing? I hope this camera doesn't fall down. And let me get my iPad over here. Got all kind of wires going on today. I didn't charge my iPad. I always forget. And I didn't want to lose contact. That has happened to me one time on a live before. I have my water right here. And I have my reusable pots. You know what my rule is here in this garden? If you buy a plant, right, and you get some pots, don't throw them out until they're no good. If you have room to store them, And even if you don't, if you just store a few, because if you want to pot something, you don't have to spend the money on a pot. I don't know what these were. What is it? Park. I don't even know what this was. Blackberries. Okay. So we're going to plant them in here. You know they ain't blackberries. So I got 3 of them here. First things first. Let me do this one because I've been neglecting this poor thing. Moringa. Right. I got plenty of moringa around here. My moringas are starting to seed. I didn't think I was going to get any pods because I just planted these jokers at the beginning of the year, and I have pods on one of my moringas. New Orleans gardener told me that I was going to get pods, and she was right. I have seeds. Let me show you. I'm backtracking, but I want to show you. I hope I don't lose contact with my camera, my internet. But look at this. This thing is less than a year old. See that? That's a moringa. And I have pods on it already. And I planted it, I don't know, spring? I have to look back, but it wasn't long ago. Maybe 6 months. So moringa puts off flowers like this. This one right here. See the little white flowers? And then it develops pods. She was right. And we don't get, some people say that we're going to get a frost. I'm in Texas. I'm in zone 9A. And they're saying that we're going to get a frost in early December. But last year we didn't get a frost till Christmas. And I'm hoping that's going to happen again. Now that I took you on the safari. Let's go ahead. Oh, man. Let me see if I missed anybody. Herbal Soul Herbalist and Homestead says, I love moringa in powdered form. Well, just take the leaves, dry it out, and make your own powder. This thing is easy to grow. Easy. Way easier than some of it. And it comes up pretty fast. You put it down and you look there and you see them sprouting up. In about, I don't know, 7 days? 7 days? Yeah. You'll get it. So I'm opening this soil up. Time to get dirty. Should have opened the bag before I came on camera, huh? I'm gonna scoop some of this out. Now always fill it halfway. Then I get another pot and I fill that one halfway. And what I do is backfill with the second pot. From one pot to another. Replanting is really easy. Tixie says she's good. Oh, she's talking to Urban Gardening Chronicle. So true, but I think you have too many stored pots, Jamaica. I don't know. I got hiding behind the shed. That's what I do. I did throw some out. You were right. I did put some in the trash because they were broken up. And I found some trees. I'll try to take you over there. I went to Tractor Supply. Oh my God. They were 50% off. They were 50% off for the trees. They had apple trees, plum trees, what else did it? Peach trees. What else did I get over there? I think that was about it. That's all I needed. I don't need many more trees. I do have another property, by the way. People are like, your yard is full. Well, I got another yard. Thank you. This is not the only yard I have. I just have to start planting out there. I haven't started yet. It's so, the soil is rock hard. That's why I haven't planted out there yet, because I'm not looking forward to it. I might need a jackhammer. When you buy property, you go out there with a shovel and you check to make sure, if you're a gardener, you make sure that stuff is not full of rocks. I didn't do that. Now I'm paying the piper. I'll probably have to contain a garden if I can't get through it. Haven't tried yet. That's why the chickens have been disappearing. They're going to the other side. Not the other life, the other side. They're going to the country. I have a coop out there. Actually, I have 4 coops out there with chickens. Mr. Bardrock, all of them out there. They ain't gone. I didn't cull them. Anyway, here we are. We got another one, beautiful moringa. And I didn't take care of these moringa. Moringa does not need water. It could survive a little drought. I mean, I'm not saying to who is that? Growing My Own. I said hello to you earlier. I guess you were putting out a video, but hey, welcome, Growing My Own. The Educated Natural. How are you doing? Let me see if I missed anybody. Okay. Tigsy said, let me see. That's my art. Thank you for your helping me with wait a minute. Thank you for your helping me with getting my moringa plant started. It worked. Now I have moringa and it's as big as a #2 pencil. Good. They grow fast. I don't know what to tell you, they get really tall. I don't know where I'm gonna put these big ones because they can't go in the greenhouse. They're bigger than the greenhouse. I'm just hoping we don't have a bad winter. If we do, I'm gonna wrap it up like a mummy, like I do my citrus. Mummify it. And by mummifying, I take some weed barrier, some of that stuff you put on your ground, that black stuff. I wrap it in there. I wrap it around there, and then these things are stringy. With the citrus, I cover it with the tarp. So I wrap it like a mummy, and there's a video on it. I wrap it up with weed barrier, and then I clip on tarps. And I use clothespins, safety pins, anything I could find. Let me see if I missed anybody. So, shade scrubs and such, how you doing? What did she say? She said, Farmer's Almanac says that winter will be mild this year. I hope so. I pray, because I mean, I've had a couple of my citrus pass away on me because of a harsh winter. I did lose. I think I lost one last year, and I lost several the year before. And it doesn't last long. It just lasts long enough for it to take the plant down. And I who did I listen to last year? And I bought those tents. It was a Growing My Own. No, it was it Hands in the Dirt? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, he said he bought these tents, and he said he just covers them with the tents. Well, that was not good enough for the citrus. You need to cover it with blankets and then cover it with the tent. The tent will only break the wind. It won't stop it from freezing. You wrap it with a couple of blankets or mummify it with the weed barrier, those tropical plants will probably survive if you're down south. Up north in New York or anywhere up, I guess say past zone 8B, well, you need to find a way to bring those things inside. And for moringa, it's going to be super hard. I don't know if they come back after a freeze. I'm not sure, because I just planted mine at the beginning of the year. I already got pots. So I got 3 of them done, just like that. Let's move on to our papaya. This was a surprise. Papaya seeds were from the supermarket. I bought a papaya. I don't really care for papayas, but I said, well, they're supposed to be good for you. I'll plant them, right? So we could take this and we could use this for something else. Let me put this right here. Put everything's everywhere. Let me look at the chat. GT Junior says hello. New Orleans Gardener, how you doing? I was just saying you were right about my moringa. My moringa is putting off pods, just like you said. It's right there. I just showed everybody earlier. I was like, that woman know what she's doing. Well, she brought me luck, because I was like, I ain't gonna get it. It's the first year. I'm not gonna get anything. I was wrong. I was so happy. I was happy I was wrong. So I'm putting this soil into the pot. I need to get, I have 6 of them in here, maybe 7. I don't know if this one is one of them. It looks like it is. So I have 7 plants in here, believe it or not. And they didn't grow very big because they were stuck in this little thing. I'm gonna take it and just take it out. Right, and that's the only way I can see to get it out easily. And now I can see the roots. And what I do is I slowly break it apart, because I'm trying to keep as much root as possible. So slowly break it off, right? Expose as much root as you can, because you're gonna have to You're going to lose some root on some of these bad boys. And here's our first one. I just broke it off. I tried to get as much root as possible, and I did. You see that? And I'm going to backfill it. Use some of the dirt that I already had. No shame in reusing your soil. But make sure you bring it up to, there's a line in these pots. It gives you a 1-inch space, and that's for watering. So just bring it up to that line, and then just backfill it up to that line, and make sure you cover all the roots. That's one of the main things. The only plant that you do not cover the roots completely on are citrus. They have to breathe. So you leave when you buy citrus, you notice that the roots are showing a little bit. There's a reason for that. They want the roots need to show. They'll suffocate if you bury them too deep, unless they bury themselves, which when they do that in the yard, when you plant in your yard, they're slowly going to sink into the ground. That's fine. But when you bury them, if it does it naturally, it's okay. But if you bury them, totally different. That's my first papaya right there. I have too many pots, but I ain't buying pots. Jamaica, you are sleeveless. I have to put a jacket. I'm in Texas though. It's nice out here. It's like 70 something degrees today, and we got wind. We got a good wind going through, which is rare. Like yesterday it was in the 80s. So I'm happy. We haven't gotten any rain though. That's the only bad thing about Texas. We don't get rain. At least not. I'm not gonna say that. Central Texas, Austin area, we don't get a lot of rain. And if we do get rain, sometimes it's too much. Because I know Cece and David, Texas is so big. Cece is in Houston. So when Cece is experiencing, she gets rain, and I'm so jealous of her sometimes when I see that her ground is wet because mine is cracking. And then Cece is down near Houston, which is 3.5, 4 hours away. As a matter of fact, she's closer to Louisiana than most Texas places. Tell you the truth. She's real close to Louisiana. And David, he's up in Dallas. It's probably cold up there now. I'm going to go up to Dallas to visit. I better bring my jacket. I got to ask my friend. We're going to the farmers and something, the cook, I forget what it is, the chef and to farmer or something show. I don't know. First time going. And I think I'm going to have to bring a jacket because Dallas gets cold. All right. So, and that's also 3.5, 4 hours away. I think it's more like 4 hours from here. Especially if you get stuck in traffic in Austin. All right. So I'm going to try to pull these apart. Oh man, I feel bad. Come on, y'all. You can do it. I'm going to hold this up so you can see. It's like breaking bread. Here we are. Wiggle them as much as you can and try to get them apart without damaging a lot of the root. And then I'm gonna break the soil apart, like untangling here. What happened to my face? This thing shut down on me. Now I can't see the chat anymore. Here I am. What's wrong with you? All I saw is it zipped out. I was like, all right, here we are. Here's another one. This is a nice papaya. Look at that. Let's see. Yes, herbalist and homestead. Yes, here in Houston, it's going to rain tomorrow and the rest of the week. I know, and we're experiencing drought. They keep on threatening us, and we got water restrictions and all kind of stuff out here in Austin. All kind of things. They're like, and they have, levels to it. Level 1, level 2. I think we're at level 3. I'm watering my garden. Even if I have to stand out here 2 hours, I'm watering my garden. It's not 2 hours, but an hour. I'm watering all this stuff. Because if I don't, I won't have any plants. Especially my trees. As a matter of fact, my trees are looking pretty, sparse lately because I don't think I'm giving it enough water. So I'm going to have to I might give it an extra dose of, what is that? 511. I'm going to give it some of that. I think that's all I'll give it. I'll pour a 5-gallon bucket of water with 511 and that should do it. Here we are. Papaya number 2. Get another pot. Doris Owens, how are you doing? Oh, thank you for telling everybody to hit the like button. Thank you. I'm going down here and I only have one bag of soil, so I guess I'll plant till I run out of soil because I guess I used it. What did I use it for? Oh, planting that lettuce. Remember about a week or so ago, I was planting lettuce and I planted mustards. The mustards are doing good. The lettuce ain't do too good. But and the Swiss chard, the rabbits are eating. But I'm gonna fix them rabbits. I'm gonna have to start trapping them because there's too many of them and they're eating my crops. I don't want to hurt them. I'm just gonna take them out to the park or something because I don't want them here. My neighbors, they actually feed the rabbits, and then they tell me about it, and I'm like, what? Don't feed them. They're already being fed. They're eating my yard. Maybe I should tell them to feed them. Maybe they'll lighten up on my yard. Okay. See this? This was an olive. Olive that didn't make it. I tried. There's certain plants that if I put them in the ground out here, they will not make it. Olives is one of them, and blueberries is the other. Can't put a blueberry in the ground right here because apparently every time I do it, it passes away. It doesn't like the soil. I'm trying to get in this bag. Trying to get in this bag to get another papaya in here. Here's another one. And another thing about it, when you're taking your soil, make sure you break it up. It's good to have aerated soil. You don't want any clumpy soil if you can help it. And I break it up as much as I can. I ain't trying to kill myself to do it, but you need to have aerated soil. Believe it or not, the roots need to breathe a little bit. All right, now we're gonna backfill this and cover the roots up and press it down. Remind me of that song, press down, shaking together and running over. Y'all remember that song from church? All right, here's another one. And let me see. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, I am so sorry. I'm gonna go back through the chat and try to get everybody. This was a banana. I still have two bananas. Guava. I have some guavas over there that need to be replanted. All right. Here we go. Yeah. So is everybody's fall garden doing well? I hope so. I know some people are running out of time up north, but if you have brassicas, can probably take a freeze because I remember when I was in Kansas, I had cabbage out there till like January. They didn't go away. G Mama grows hard in the garden. How you doing? I've been gone for a little while. You could tell that I have a little tan. I had to get away because there was so much going on around, in the United States. God, help us. So many things, so many sad stories, and I just, sometimes I get a little upset about that stuff. So I just took a break, went somewhere to forget about everything for a little while. Sometimes you gotta do that, even if it's overnight. Shoot. You gotta break up the monotony. Just I love gardening, and I enjoy being at home. I'm one of those people who don't like leaving the house, but you have to do it. Don't sit around and watching a bunch of TV unless you can't move. Keep on moving because mobility is a survival tactic. If you can't walk, you're in trouble, and the less you walk, the less. One of my friends told me a long time ago that Americans are losing the ability to walk because let's think about it. If there's a supermarket that's right that's like across the mall, I've seen this happen. I think I've done this. If there's a supermarket, I'm gonna put this one in here. If there's a supermarket that's across the parking lot in a mall, You know, people drive to it. I was one of them. I am one of them. I'm not talking about was. Depending on my day, I have to force myself to walk. And my doctor has told me, you know what? Park in the back of the parking lot and walk as much as you can. You live longer. We had this lady in the neighborhood. I used to walk the neighborhood all the time. Every morning I take my dogs for a long walk. And I stopped doing that, and I need to start again. First of all, I gained some weight on behind that. Because your eating habits are not going to change. You eat what you eat. And the less you move around, guess what? The more you're going to put it on. Even if you're eating healthy, everything has calories. Everything has calories, and we have our taste the way we were raised to eat a certain way, and at least I was. And I like the food that I was raised eating. So I need to walk because I put coconut milk in a lot of stuff. And I don't put the low fat coconut one. No, I want all of the fat. I don't fry a lot. I don't fry a lot of food. But I eat a lot of rice, and I always eat. I don't eat a lot of beef because I don't really. Beef just makes me tired. But I eat a lot of chicken, and I eat a lot of fish, and I do eat pork. Not a lot though. And sometimes I eat processed meat. I eat sausage, and sometimes I'm lazy and I don't make it myself. 'Cause I know how to make sausage. I think I have a video on it. Yeah, I do. But if you don't make it yourself, you don't know what them people put in your food. You don't know what's in it. And they put all kind of stuff in there. Who was I listening to? Somebody was talking about MSG the other day. Because MSG enhances flavor. Like when you're eating Chinese food. Who was it? I can't remember. See, my memory's bad. I watched so many videos. I can't remember who said what. But MSG is bad for you. Bad for you. And they put it, if you go out to eat and if you get a lot of processed food, you're getting some of that stuff and you're probably getting something else. I know that New Orleans gardener was talking about that yesterday. Cook your own food. And grow as much as you possibly can. I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect. You're going to, you're never going to get away from everything that is processed, or you're never going to get away from all of the chemicals, because I'm planting in plastic right now. But we can try. We can try to do it. Some people say, you know what, you're not planting organically, or you're not planting, naturally because you're putting in a plastic container. Okay. But I'm trying. I'm trying. Everybody should at least try. Herbal soul herbalist and homestead detoxing is the key. It's true, but it's so hard because you have to breathe, right? And if you buy something, and you don't make it yourself, or grow it yourself, you don't know. They could tell you anything. You don't know what they used. I mean, example, when I dry my moringa leaves, I don't do it naturally most of the time. Naturally is when I put it in a paper bag and I sit it. New Orleans gardener was the one who told me to do this, or told everyone to do this. She didn't tell me directly, but I feel like she told me directly. You put it in a paper bag and you put it in a space under your cabinet. No method is perfect, but the effort is well worth it. Who said that? That was golden. Shea scrub and such. Thank you. But if you put it in a dehydrator, guess what the dehydrator is? The electric one? It's plastic. You're laying it on plastic and you're blowing air through it. Don't tell me some of this stuff doesn't leach over. So, all we can do is try. All we can do. I can't say that everything is, I'm doing the best I can. Let me put it that way. Doing the best I can to grow stuff as naturally as possible, although I'm using plastic containers. That's not natural, right? That's not natural. But it's closer than what I'm getting. I hope I'm not getting a bunch of pesticides. I don't know. All I can do is hope that I'm doing the right thing. Plus, the main thing, I want to be healthy, and I know a lot of you all want to be healthy. Who is that? Um, G Mama Grows Hot Cutter. I just started shredding my own cheese. Yeah, reading the ingredients. I've never purchased shredded cheese again. They spray plastic on it, or an anti-stick agent or whatever it is to keep it from sticking together. I used to buy shredded cheese too, and shredded cheese is not cheap. It's more expensive. They charge you for them chemicals. Yeah. The only way the only way you're gonna know what you know is to do everything from scratch, and that is very hard to do. This soil right now, I don't know. I didn't make this. Is not from my compost. So, you know, whatever. I'm trying. That's what gardening is all about, trying. If something doesn't grow, you try again. Try when something doesn't work out, you try again. You keep on trying. I know it's better because at least I know I didn't spray it with a bunch of chemicals. I didn't. I don't know what's coming from the sky, but I didn't do anything. And you know, when I was younger, actually I never liked processed food. I only ate it because I had to. If I ever had the choice, I always cook my own food. Always. Sometimes I got in trouble for it because I was in a room with a hot plate. I was in the military. They came to my room because they smelled me. I was doing some, I think it was smothered pork chops, and the sergeant major came up in there and caught me. He didn't say nothing because he was drooling too much. Somebody in here cooking. Somebody. It's like, I thought I was in trouble because that's a fire hazard. G Mama, it's been years since I've been making my own bread, cookies, pastry. Here's some easy recipe. Oh yeah, she has some bread she made. I followed one of her bread recipes and that was good. Yeah, she can cook, grow on my own. Yep. I think that was the first video I watched of yours of bread when you were making bread. So we have our papayas done. Right now I have 9 plants in front of me, believe it or not. From those 2 little buckets. Things add up quick when you're potting stuff. And because these plants have been up potted, guess what? They'll grow better. They'll grow quicker and they'll get taller. Just like those avocado plants that I showed you earlier. The size of the pot determines how quickly your plant will grow. It does matter. The size of the pot does matter when you're planting your pots and when you're planting your seedlings. It allows the roots to expand more. I didn't put any fertilizer in there because this is fresh soil. This is fresh. It's compost mixed with soil, and I put 2 of these in here. Now I have a can right here. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna pull you up a little bit. The wind is blowing, so hopefully it doesn't knock the camera off. I do have 2 mango trees there, but I only have enough soil, I think, for 1. We're gonna water these in because they're starting to droop or wilt, and then we'll move on to at least 1 of the mango trees. All right. Here I am. This is why a lot of people do not like doing lives because you can't edit it. You can't make any mistakes, or you have to show what you really do or what's really going on in your garden. So it's okay. It took some getting used to because initially I was a little afraid because I was like, that's super hard. Y'all see my battery packs here, right? See these? This could have helped a lot of people. These little battery packs. And they ain't much money. I think I get them for $22 sometimes on Amazon. So, let me water this thing in and then we'll go on to the next one. Because I think I only have soil for one more plant. Let's see. What to do? I'm gonna move these up. So it doesn't wet up my iPad. Then I gotta find a place for them to go. Another plant that grows super tall is the papaya plant. I had one a long time ago when I was stationed in Hawaii. I was stationed at Schofield Barracks. And I didn't like that papaya tree. You know that they're really fragile because the interior of a papaya tree is hollow. But I had one in a place I rented. I didn't own it. Just gonna give them enough water. But you know what they say, every 10 years, your taste buds change. And it's been over 10 years, trust me. Well over 10 years since I was there. Since I was stationed there, I should say. Because I visited there. That place is so expensive. I couldn't afford it. I would have starved to death. All right. So we got that done, right? Put this here. Let me move these over. And we're gonna go on to the next. I want this water to be dribbling on me while I'm planting. All right, I'm gonna bring it back. Let me grab one of these. I have two of them. Two mango trees that I planted from supermarket seeds. So let's go ahead and uppot these, or uppot one of them. Put this here. I'm gonna bring you back over here. Yeah. This is a lot, especially when you're trying to do something. I see Lead Farmer do this all the time. I'm like, wow, he must be used to it because, well, you know what? All right, wait a minute. Let me pull y'all down. This might be less work than editing, because editing is a lot. Editing video takes a long time. I'm not complaining because I like YouTube. I like doing this. I like planting. And a lot of times when I go out there, like this morning, I went and I harvested some of my sorrel because my sorrel is putting out. And I didn't turn on the camera. I wasn't dressed properly to turn. I looked really bad. I had to go and put on some fancy clothes for you guys. So let me get one of these pots, and we're gonna uppot the smaller of the two. I don't see any roots coming at the bottom, which is a good sign. Because if you start seeing roots on the bottom, that's not good. See, always check the bottom. When you buy a tree, check the bottom. Check the bottom to see if there's any roots, because the roots will come out of these little holes here and start wrapping around, and that is bad. That means that the tree is already root bound. Then you have to cut the roots off and hope that the plant survives, because that's shock. That's shock on top of shock, because you're upplanting it, which is disrupting the ecosystem in the plant. The plant is already weak because it's strangling itself. That's what root bound is. When the roots start swirling around and it chokes itself. It's running out of soil, basically. But if you get something like that, you have to either you can break it, try to break it apart, which is what I do. I try to break it and drag it down. And if I can't, which is rare, then I take a knife and I cut the bottom half off, and then I break it apart as much as I can. I don't like doing it that way. I'd rather try to detangle it like hair. It's less stressful on the plant. And when you cut roots, you can smell the plant. You can smell it. It's like cutting a vein, or I don't know. I feel like it's cutting veins. It's the same principles. I don't like doing that. So I try to drag it apart as much as possible. I think maybe 1 or 2 times I've had to do that. Cut the bottom off. I wasn't happy about it though. All right. Maybe I do have enough. Possibly. So here's my pot, right? I got too much soil on this. Now this pot is way bigger than, you can see this, right? See what it's being upplanted to? What kind of mango is that? I don't know. It's one of the, I went to the supermarket and what it says is small mangoes and large mangoes. And I got one of the large mangoes. And that's what it is. That's what I planted. A large mango seed. that, you know, they don't tell you what kind of plant it is in the supermarket. It's a supermarket seed. They don't want you to know. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It's falling apart. I needed to do something else. And I don't want to lose any root. Let me get this root out. All right, I got that, right? So I need to pour some of this out. Okay. So here, I don't want to show you too much, but this is what's left of that seed. See that? That little spot right there? That's what's left of the seed. And I'm going to pull this down because this thing, look at the root. What did they say? I'm back in the bushes watching on the big screen. Okay, Tixie, thank you. So I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna try to get it as close to the center as possible, and as close to the space, the height that I want it. Now with this tree, you cover everything, and I'm back filling it. Right. Make sure I get all the leaves up off of the I don't want any leaves buried, and I don't want any leaves buried or any stems, anything that is supposed to be under the ground. That's what I want. I want it to go to the same level that it was when I got it out of the smaller pot. And I'm gonna press it down, right? Pull it up a little bit more. Hold the leaves up and move the soil around. The sun is out. I better hurry up because it's gonna come in here in a minute. So that is one of my mangoes done. I don't know if I have enough. I think I have enough soil. And I think I have some soil in this one. Yeah, I have enough soil. All right. I love it when the plan comes together. I got everything. I'm gonna get everything planted. So this is one of my mango trees. I do not know what kind because I used the seed, the large mango seed that from the large mangoes that they sell at the supermarket. Didn't tell me what kind of mango it was. They say a mango is a mango. I guess when you buy it from the supermarket, they don't distinguish. So let's get these out of the way. Where's my other pot? So this one is going in this one. See that? It's the same size pot as the one we just used. I'm gonna put this on the ground because this is way too big. And they're gonna take off. See how this one is bigger than this one because this one was planted in a bigger pot. So the size of the pot matters. Let's take this soil that we use from our moringa and put that in here. Soil does not go bad, by the way, unless the only reason why I wouldn't use soil is if the soil went sour, and then I would set it out somewhere, or if it was disease, I wouldn't use it at all. That's just my thing. If something died in it from some kind of plant disease, I think it's poison soil, and I don't use it again. I don't throw it out. I throw it in the part of the yard that I know that I ain't gonna plant nothing in for a while, because I don't want to give my seed or my plant that I've been struggling to grow a disease. Just my thing. Everybody, you can reuse soil, but you make sure it's healthy soil. Something that something that nothing passed away in from, root rot or something like that. You don't want to use that soil. All right, so we have this one. I'm not going to break this one apart, and I need to get some more soil in here because this is not high enough. So pull this out. There go the wind. The wind is treacherous today. I appreciate it though, because I'm not sweating like I normally am. I'm gonna pour this in here, and this is our local dirt from Austin. It's cheaper, and you know that it's hard to find. Everybody uses it around here. All right, so there it is. I got it seeded, and I might have to go out in the yard and find some more soil. We'll see. So here we go. Here we go, Jamaica. Here we go. I got dirt in my clothes. Come on, girl. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. I don't have enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some soil. I know I got something out here that passed away. Some dried up plant somewhere. I'll find it. We'll fix this later on because I don't have any more soil around me and I'm not gonna go off camera to look at it. It's almost done. See that? Some people plant this way. When they plant out in the yard, they plant it high. I don't do that with my plants, but people plant it high when they plant it out in the yard, and then it sinks down in the soil eventually. So I'm gonna put this one on the ground also. We'll get this up. And now we can get to the chat because everything is done. Man, it's blowing really hard out here. I thought it was gonna rain today. So I moved my little turkeys and my little bantams into the thing because they're better now. I did have one pass away though. I did have one that didn't make it. It was gasping for air, and poor thing didn't make it. But I have 4 turkeys and 3 bantams that made it from that group, and they're all healed up. So I put them in the coop. Well, not necessarily in the coop. I put them in a cage in the coop. All right, let me go over here. Let's go get to the chat. Bring you closer. Uh-oh, my moringa wants to be in the film. My moringa wants to show itself. All right, let me pull this down. Let's see. I heard you can pour boiling water on old soil and then it will be safe to use again. I've heard of people doing that, and I've also heard of people putting it in the oven, although some people say it's smoked. I don't know. Mine is never smoked, but I guess if you have peat moss or any kind of wood chips in there, it might start smoking in the oven. But some people burn their soil before they use it. It kills off the good stuff and the bad. Well, I shouldn't say that. It gets rid of the good stuff and the bad stuff because there is some good bacteria that you don't want to necessarily get rid of. But if you have some kind of infestation in the soil, pouring boiling water will do it. That's how I get rid of them ants. The natural way, instead of using a pesticide, I go ahead and boil a kettle or a pot of boiling water and put it on the anthill. Them fire ants are no joke out here. You don't want to play with them. Let's see. Tigsy, Jamaica, question. Approximately how many trees do you have in your food forest? I thought I had a lot, but no, I don't. I don't know. 50, 60, a lot. Now, I'm just counting the fruit trees. Maybe not 50 because I have everything in my yard I planted. All of the trees, all of the bushes. There's nothing back here and nothing in the front yard with the exception of 2 trees and one rose bush here and one rose bush that's gone. That was it. It was a bare slate. No, nothing was back here. So I planted all of the trees back here. All of the trees in this backyard was planted by me. However, the fruit trees, I think I got about 30. I'm running out of room though, so I have to start planting somewhere else because I don't want them to be, although they say you can plant them close together because I'm not a farmer. I'm not. I'm just a gardener. I'm just trying to do what I can do. But if you plant them too close together, it stifles their growth. Example, let me show you a peach tree that I planted about, I don't know, 15, 18 years ago. Hopefully the camera doesn't zip out. I'll point to it because I don't want to go too far. That one way out there, next to the shed, that thing is about, I say, how long have I been here? Since 2004. I planted around 2008. And see how big it is? It died down. See, it looks like a big old bush. So if you plant them closer together, they're not going to get as big. Just like you have your plants that are in the smaller pots. You notice that, look at this one. This one and this one were planted at the same time. But this one is way smaller because I planted this one in a smaller pot and the roots didn't get to expand as much. The more, example, like you have a bigger house, you're going to fill it up with more furniture, right? Same thing with this, except example, nutrition. If a child gets good nutrition, it's going to grow. The person is going to grow better than someone who is malnutrition. They're not going to be the same. Same thing with your plants. If it has room and the soil is giving it energy. The soil has the energy and the water carries the energy to the plants. So if it gets more energy, of course it's going to be bigger. See that? That's proof they were planted at the same time. And another example is when I bought, excuse me, not bought, when I planted this. This is what I bought this from I think I bought it from HEB. And it all they called it was a tropical avocado. See that? See how pretty it is? There's two of them. There's one here and there's one right there. See that where my hand is? Here's one, there's two. And there were people who came onto my shore and told me it ain't gonna grow. That was not true. You put it in a bigger pot and it's gonna grow. It's almost as big as these. These are the Hass avocados and they're struggling. Look at it. Look at this. This one is doing better. But look at this. And this, I planted this a couple of months ago and this one apparently it was 2 or 3 years old and I bought it. It was expensive too because I couldn't find the avocados I want. So I thought to myself, you know what? Since I can't buy it here because they're not selling it because they only sell us the things they want us to buy, the trees they want us to buy, obviously. I planted my own. I planted the seed and I said, well, if it grows, it's fine. I don't have anything to lose. All I did was water it and take care of it. So it grew and it's growing better than the Hass avocados that were expensive. I'm so mad I bought those because I don't really like Hass avocados. I like the tropical ones, the ones that are the Florida avocados and the Jamaican avocados, the ones with the smooth skin. And that's what those two are. They were huge. They were this big and they had smooth skins. Now, when I put the video out, somebody wrote me and said, well, those avocados are not going to be true to the avocado that you got. And my answer to that is, I don't care. As long as I get an avocado that is similar to the one that I had. I might get the same avocado, but we know what I'm going to get? An avocado. And it's going to be an avocado that I have to spend $50 on because those trees were $50+. Now, I remember when they were way cheaper and they just like that, they doubled in price. So, Food Forest Permaculture, how you doing? Let me see if I missed anybody. G Mama grows hard in the garden. Yes, you can just add amendments. Yeah, to your soil. So if this was spent, I call it spent soil or used soil, I put blood meal and bone meal in it. And I do that out in the yard also. I mix it in. That's what I did with the mustards that I planted in that cement tray. I just amended that soil because that was used soil. Some of that was used soil. What did I'm sorry, I almost blocked somebody by accident. Let's see. Food Forest Permaculture, good day, Jamaica and Earthlings. How you doing? I watched you the other day. You had shrimp, you had beef, and you had, I don't know what the other thing was, but I was like, oh my God. I was so hungry. I had already ate, but you made me hungry all over again. It looked delicious. Shade scrubs and such. It will work on roots, not nematodes. So if you want to feed the bacteria in your soil, go ahead and get some horticulture molasses. Let me see if I have some over here. I have an arsenal of stuff. And this is my pour. I gotta put some water on this thing. Let's see. So I have 2 canisters down here, right? And they're both almost empty. But I have more. I always have more. I always buy in bulk. I always think, you know what? Especially if I find it on sale. This is horticulture molasses. See that? That is going to feed the bacteria in your soil. It's going to stimulate the growth, and it's sugar, so it's going to give those roots some sugar, and it's going to help it grow. I don't put this down. I put this down when I'm planting a tree in the ground. Here it is, horticulture molasses. Not necessarily this brand, but horticulture molasses. And when I buy, yep, G Mama grows hard in the garden, says she buys in bulk too. Yeah, when I buy this, I don't just buy one most of the time. I buy in the 3s at least. And then, of course, the 511. I'm not going to hold this, but 511. And this I started using because of New Orleans Gardener. I didn't have this. I didn't know that. I thought, and it smells bad. That's another reason why I didn't like it. But it works. If I go out there and put this, after I give it blood meal and bone meal, I wait about a month. Then I go ahead and mix this with a little bit of water. And yeah, oh, this thing smells bad. You don't have to do that. I was watching David. What is David's name? Total? What is his channel? But David, he makes his own fish emulsion. He has a barrel in the back of his backyard. He throws some fish in there with some water. Man, I know. Well, he covers it, so maybe they don't smell it because that is a bad smell. It's telling me it has low battery. It shouldn't. Maybe because this thing is on 0. Let me get my other battery. This could have saved a lot of people a lot of trouble during those blackouts and during those power outages. This is how you run. This is how you run your electronics. When the lights go out. These little battery packs. I'll go on low by. Okay, it's charging now. That scared me for a little while. Okay, so yeah, they're about $22. What are they? 5,000 mAh, and then you just get a USB light, and you'll have lights, and you can power your phone. I heard about people being in their cars charging their phones, and I was like, and some of these you can get solar panels. I have one that has a little solar panel that flips out, and you sit it out, and it'll charge itself because this one has to be recharged. But $20-something, and this thing charges your phone for a couple of days. It's worth it. Or it keeps lights on for at least, not even in chick coop, at least 3 days. On and off at nighttime. I keep the light on number 5 every night with this thing, and it lasts about 3 days. So, little things. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot to be a little comfortable, but that's just me. I don't like running into things and batteries on flashlights go out. I'd rather have a little regular light that I can use this on and walk around with, or make sure I can charge my equipment, because that's what I'm doing with this iPad right now. Let's see, Tigsy. Oh, okay, she said that already. By the way, I have the same hat you're wearing. Cool. Great minds think alike. Full Circle said yes. Shade scrubs and such. Will it work on? It will work on roots, but not nematodes. Okay. G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden is just saying hello to Howie. Tixie is saying, I think you have more than that. Great job. I don't know. Most of these trees are. Well, let me tell you my story. Okay. When I first came out here, I wasn't thinking about no fruit trees. I wanted everything to be pretty. And then, I planted, I had, let me see, what did I have planted? I had I had a lot of fruit trees planted, actually. I had a bunch of citrus planted, a peach tree, and those 2 lime trees that are out there. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 citrus trees out there. And I found them on sale because I waited until fall and I purchased them. Well, some of them died. Some of them got frostbitten and they never came back. Citrus trees sometimes come back, so don't dig your stuff up, because I've had some go all the way to the ground, and then like in spring or fall, you'll see a little sprig pop up, and I'm like, is that a citrus tree coming back? And it sure is. But you have to cover them in the wintertime. They cannot take a freeze. They're not supposed to lose their leaves. This one has died back also. And I have a video where I cut down the dead branches, because that is just drawing energy. You want to get rid of that. So I cut those off and I put the branches in the back. And now I think I have 1 lime up there. I see it. So I'm getting fruit back, and it's starting to bush back out, because there was a time where this tree used to drape over. There was so many fruit on it. It was hanging down. So let me see. Food forest permaculture. Sterile soil is good to have indoors. Controlled environment is tough to keep it keep out problem from the pests. You ain't never told you told a good gem right there, because I just had some plants that I pulled from the greenhouse because it was being eaten up, and I brought the problem indoors. And guess what? It spread. Luckily, it was those caterpillars that I could see. It wasn't those little itty bitty, bugs that everybody keeps talking about, the white ones, because I've had those before. But they were caterpillars, and they were coming out when I cut off my grow station, and they would come out. So I cut off the grow station for an hour. I turned the light back on, and there they were, yamming down all of my stuff. So I disposed of them without chemicals, using my, phalanges, my fingers. Okay, let's see. G Mama says, Shay scrubs, beneficial nematodes will get rid of root, not nematodes. Okay. Food Forest Permaculture saying hello. Tigsy says, yes, I keep mine in pots because we don't need that much fruit to feed the four of us. We still get a lot of fruit if the squirrels don't get them. We don't have that many squirrels here yet. There's a couple of them showing up. I think they were shipped in. Because when they built, this development was built a long time ago. Yeah, it's been here a while. But when I got here, it was new. It was pretty new. They're still building. We didn't have any birds. Because when they come in, and this was all farmland, right? When they come in and build a new development, they knock down everything. They chip up all of the trees, and they start with a clean slate. And when you do that, all of the wildlife disappears, with the exception of the rodents. They're still there. They're looking for food. Let's see. I want to get an avocado. I've been doing research on what I can grow in my area. Avocado, I'm not putting them avocados in the ground. They going in that little greenhouse right here. They going in there. See that? And I got that from Walmart. And I need to wash the top off because it got all green because I didn't take it down. It was too hard to put up. I'm going to wash it off, and I got to pull all my citrus that are in pots because the pots will freeze. It's harder for a plant. When a freeze comes, the freeze goes all the way to the bottom, and it'll freeze the entire thing. What happened here? What was that? Cancel. I almost lost you guys. I don't know what's going on my phone. So, yeah, the being in pots is hard. Some people pull their fruit trees in their house. But there's a caveat to that. When you pull fruit trees, or you pull any plant in from the house, you're gonna bring in some pests. You're gonna get some weird stuff in your house. So a lot of people put it in their garage, which is safer. Let's see. G Mama Grow says she buys in bulk too. Yes, the food was awesome, Jamaica. I shared with 3 others, and we had a feast. That was what it was. Prawns and scallops with, I don't know what kind of beef it was. Everything looked so good. It looked so fresh and so good. Let's see. Urban Gardening Chronicles. Hey, she's saying hello to everybody. Food First Permaculture. Good to see you, Urban. And G Mama is just saying, hello, and she agrees. So, if you haven't pressed the like button, please do it. There are 28 of us in here, and I'd like to get this video out to as many people as possible. Does anybody have any questions in reference to planting tree seeds? The main thing is you just try. If you get a seed, from one of these plants and you like the fruit, because if you don't like it, of course, don't plant it. And it has seeds in it, because the seeds are disappearing from fruit, by the way, so you better get them while you can. Papaya. I didn't get a lot, but the ones that they did germinate, I had more than this, but I was neglectful. I proved it 3 times. Papaya, mango, try to get this mango up here, and avocado. I don't know. I may have planted some other things, but I don't remember. I planted so much stuff. What is that? Moringa. So we've been on here for a little while. Does anybody have any questions in reference to planting any of these things? And all you do is take the seeds, spread them across it, cover it with a little bit of dirt, or cover it with I'd say about that much dirt, and see what comes up. With the bigger seeds, of course, put them in the dirt. Some with the avocado seeds, I planted them in soil. I didn't do it in a jar. Some people put it in the water and let it sprout that way. I don't like doing that. I put it in the soil with the heart up and let it do what it do. And it did what it did. Both of them. And they're way healthier than the ones that I purchased. 50 plus bucks. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you guys. We've been on for a little while. I don't want to take up too much of your time. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 plants planted that quick. I thank you guys for being with me. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. Please like and subscribe, man. Subscribe if you haven't. And watch a couple of my videos. I mean, sometimes I go on these rants, you know. Sometimes I get off topic, but you gotta forgive me for that. I'm only human, right? Everybody does it every now and then. But I'm done here. I don't want to keep you any longer. I thank you guys for being with me, or planting with me today. It's so worth it, especially with trees. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Take care. Bye.